Hi everybody, Dick Vitale. The Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference and the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame are proud to recognize the MAAC Honor Roll class. These 22 individuals share the common bonds of leadership, responsibility, and commitment developed during their time as basketball student athletes, coaches, and administrators at MAAC institutions. Most would agree the college experience goes a long way in shaping who a person becomes, and for student athletes and coaches alike, it can be even more significant.
Basketball probably more so chose me. As far as I can remember, I've been playing since I was about 5-6 years old, and I just always used to play around in my backyard. And it's one day, I think my mom was just tired of me one summer, and she just wanted to, just get me involved in something. And if I had to think back, one of my first coaches I've ever had, he goes by the name of Bill Barboza. He ran a basketball clinic, stuck a ball in my hand and got me involved. Just definitely helped, mold my skills and just figure out where my raw talent would kind of lead me. And then from there, he just helped me figure out what I was good at and helped mold me to kind of just, continue to just grow and work hard as a basketball player. And once I kind of saw the improvement, how much I could get better each and every year, it just became addicting and something that I just grew a love for and a passion for.
I remember at a young age being able to make left-handed layups, and none of the other kids could make left-handed layups. So that's where it started. I knew I was good at something. I knew I could play basketball with both hands, and it was something that made me feel good. Now granted, I did play soccer, I did play baseball. I kind of wasn't that great at it, but I think that the real reason is my dad is a huge basketball fan. My mother won 2 state championships in high school, so it was kind of in our bloodlines to play basketball. So that's why I played basketball. But at the end of the day, when I hear a ball, in the gym, the ball go through the net, I have some pretty fond memories of what the game did for me.
I started playing basketball in the 5th grade. My parents introduced me to the game. They were one of my biggest mentors. They put a hoop up in the driveway. They spent countless hours out there with me in the driveway teaching me the game and practicing. I was the ball girl for one of the top girls basketball programs in the state of New Jersey, the St. John Vianney High School Lady Lancers. After that experience, I knew when I grew up that was something I really wanted to be part of, so that was really how I developed a love for the game.
It came to fruition because Lou Adler, who was the news director that hired me at WCBS, was now a professor at Quinnipiac, and I happened to run into Lou, and we got into a conversation, and he said, "Gee, I need somebody to teach a course in radio production. You know anybody?" I said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot." The university bought a radio station, and I mean, everything changed. I mean, this really became an unbelievable program. And they asked me, would I be interested in broadcasting games? All the sports except for hockey moved up to the MAAC conference, which was a fabulous step for them. This will be my 21st year of broadcasting hockey and basketball, and it's been another career for me.
As basketball coach, I inherited an NAIA program that was only 5 years old with 1 winning season. We had 1 small practice gym and no home court. The program developed in stages. Howard Goldman, the athletic director at the time, was steadfast in his vision to build an athletic facility on campus. Howard's efforts were rewarded when the McCann Recreation Center opened in 1977, and the dream of Division I athletics was initiated. I was also then promoted to athletics director, maintaining my position as head basketball coach, and also assumed the management of the McCann Center.
The desire to achieve the highest level of success, to push yourself beyond what you thought was possible, that is a common bond shared by this elite group, and it is a quality carried on in everything they do.
The moment I remember most of my time here at Iona was my junior year. We won the regular season championship. It was just so close to the regular championship for the MAAC, and it was one of the best feelings and experiences I've ever experienced in my life, because me personally, I've never won a championship yet on a college level or pro level. So, I took playing for Iona and the MAAC very seriously. I worked my tail off day in and day out, and I gave this game everything I have. Not only the game, but this college, everything I had. And with me working so hard is the reason why I became such a great scorer and was able to do some of the things I was able to do in college and for the MAAC.
A lot of people assume I'm going to talk about the 2 free throws against Stanford. That's really my second favorite moment. My first favorite moment, to be honest with you, I wasn't even involved in the play. We defeated Boston University in an empty gym at the Hartford Civic Center in 1989 for Siena's first NCAA tournament appearance in school history. Tom Herter shot an air ball, which he likes to say was a pass, and Steve McCoy put in the layup to win the game at the buzzer with no time on the clock on national television. That was easily my favorite moment during my 4 years at Siena. Obviously, to be part of the first team to ever reach an NCAA tournament, that was special for me, that was special for the program, it's special for the coaching staff, and I know it was special for my teammates.
Probably both my freshman year as well as my senior year at Manhattan, going to the NCAA tournament. We were the first team my freshman year in 1987 to win a MAAC championship and go to the NCAA tournament. And then topping off my senior year, which was one of my goals at the beginning, was going to make it to the NCAA tournament again, which we won the MAAC conference and were able to go to the NCAA again. Unless you're an athlete and can experience what it's like to reach that peak in your athletic career, you can't have an understanding of how great that feels, which actually helped me as a coach, which I did for 10 years. At Loyola, while I was there, we were able to win 2 MAAC championships as well.
With the luxury and perspective of time and maturity, these former coaches and student athletes provide meaningful insight.
Probably one of the most important lessons I learned as an athlete at Fairfield was hard work and to be dedicated to a goal that you wanted to accomplish. And that again goes back to the team and being at Fairfield, where you would work as hard as you could to try to get the most return out of your efforts being put into that, working either in practice or in the school or in the business, where as much as you can give to something, normally you can get that much back as long as you're giving your heart and soul to it.
This is truly an honor, and it's an honor to represent Siena. It's an honor to have played here, to work here, to just be a part of this wonderful place, to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, representing Siena and representing the MAAC as well. So it's just definitely something when you look back at it all now, you know, not playing basketball for many years, it's just a special thing to be a part of, a special memory, and I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to be a part of this and be a part of, you know, Siena and part of the MAAC, and just really truly a great honor.
Probably the value of preparation, you know, from a basketball standpoint, you know, knowing the scout and, you know, knowing the other team's tendencies made the game so much easier. You know, instead of, you know, deviating from the plan or the, you know, that and trying to rely on your talent, it doesn't always work like that in college. So being prepared there is, you know, the same as being prepared in life. You're prepared for a meeting, an interview, and just, you know, you're representing more than yourself. As, you know, the student athlete, you're representing the school, your family, and it's the same thing in your career.
You have to love what you do, because you're doing it a lot. In coaching, in teaching, in my professional career, whether it was for basketball in Ireland or my teaching professional career, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And for basketball, I can think of the hours and hours and hours that I put in, what people say, practicing on my own with friends, dragging friends out and saying, okay, we're gonna go to the park, we're gonna run. Okay, we're gonna do agility drills. Okay, we're gonna do this. Come on, come on, come on. And then we'd jump in the pool. But I would always get that in first. It was never work. It was never, oh, I can't believe I have to go to practice. You wanted to go. You wanted to go because your friends were there, your teammates were there, and it was fun.
Well, the most important lesson I learned is that every night in the MAAC conference is going to be a tough basketball game. You know, at one point at Iona, we had the longest winning streak in the country, and we went down and played a Loyola team that was under 500, and we got beat. So it's like any other conference that has a lot of quality players and a lot of quality coaches. You have to be ready and prepared every night. You know, we kind of had a target on our back because we won the conference 3 straight years, but that was good. That was fun. Wherever we went, the buildings were filled. But the thing about Iona is that you had to be ready, because when you're facing a Canisius with a John Beeline, or a Manhattan with a Fran Fraschilla or Steve Lapis, or a Siena with a Paul Hewitt, and the names go on and on and on. Great coaches at every program, really good players, not really probably known nationally, but in the New York area, everybody could play, so you had to be ready to play every night.
Most important lesson was to be consistent, which is the most difficult thing. Having, you know, every year that I played here was not a great year, and we had a lot of failures, and it definitely taught me that consistency is key. Showing up to practice every day, showing up to class every day, making sure you're taking care of your work, whether it's off the court or on the court, and also, you know, making sure that you're focused on your goals, on how to actually, you know, how to achieve and move forward in your life.
One of the most important lessons that I took away from Niagara University was learning how to be a good teammate. You have people coming in from all different areas, from different programs that are competitive, that want to play, and you have to figure out how to put that all together. Some of the team bonding and camaraderie that took place while on those long bus trips and the lasting friendships that you make during those long weekends really end up helping you on the court as well.
It's the bonds and lasting friendships formed from being part of a team made up of coaches and student athletes working together for a common goal that can be most rewarding.
Times I look back on with most fondness in my student athlete career is definitely my times with my teammates who became my best friends. As you think about college students, they're going out all the time, but we actually didn't have that luxury because we would have to be practicing or working out the next day. So the best times for me were just really going, you know, to the caf with them, or just sitting around, you know, the island in our apartment and joking and laughing around. Definitely was the best for me because we went to battle together. We were in it together every day, day in, day out. Practices, 6 a.m. workouts, so everybody was on the same page. We all knew what we were going through, and we pushed each other, we helped each other, we picked each other up when we needed to.
You can play any sport, and it's like that old saying, there's no I in sports. And when you're playing baseball, 9 players on the field, you're playing basketball, 5 players on the court, you develop a camaraderie, you develop a relationship, you develop knowing how to work with individuals. And I think that carries over into your professional life, knowing how to get along with people. So I think that's the most important element of those team sports.
These honor roll recipients embrace the lessons they learn as student athletes, such as time management and teamwork, taught by able and experienced coaches who prepared them for the many opportunities they pursued following graduation.
I think all athletes have coaches, mentors that, you know, kind of play a role in their lives. Each coach plays a different role. High school coach Maurice Hicks, he was the one who told me that I can do a lot of things. He said I was special, and if I believed in myself, I can go on and achieve it, even when a lot of schools wasn't recruiting me heavy out of high school because they said I was too small, too skinny, couldn't play the point guard position. But he told me to keep up the hard work, and, you know, anything is possible. And then, of course, in college, I had Coach Dennis Cook, who heavily recruited me. He saw something in me that all the other coaches didn't, and I went on to lead the nation in scoring. He just kept calling, gave me the opportunity, and I guess the rest is history at St. Peter's.
My favorite one would be Coach, you know, Milligan. She was on my back every day, good and bad. She just never let me settle for being good, you know. Every day she would talk to me about being great, and I think that's kind of where I am today. Even though she's not there physically, I just hear her voice, you know, like, kid, I'm not gonna let you settle. My coaches, my teachers, no one ever let me settle. No one ever let me cruise through and just think everything was gonna be okay just because I was a student athlete. You know, they pushed me every single day.
Coach Grinelli, who's legendary in the lives of many of us, anybody that played for him, he taught me many things. He taught me how to deal with people. He taught me how to stay disciplined. He taught me how to deal with situations that are difficult. My college career really did that because I was injured a lot, so I had to overcome a lot of injuries, and it helped me to understand the value of perseverance and hard work. Grinelli was the type of person who gave everybody an opportunity. I don't think coaches do that all the time. He basically took everybody with their good and bad, and he tried to take away the bad and try to focus on the good, and it made us better. I think everybody that went there improved as players, as people, you know, and I think we learned a lot from him because of that.
Just one of the memorable times here at Niagara was me missing class. I don't know what I was thinking, man. I don't know, I was just going through some stuff and I was missing, and Coach Mahalik and Coach Parada at the time, they took me to the side. They sat me down and they didn't talk about basketball at all. They talked about me as a person and, you know, me graduating, me beyond basketball, and man, just how much they cared about me and my academics. It really made me feel like I was in the right place, because they could have just wrote it off or said he's doing pretty well in basketball, it's okay, but they cared about the overall experience and the overall man.